Hey guys, welcome to my new channel. This will be dedicated for painting gunpla, mostly bootlegs, and we will be doing our first video for this channel, which is the Gundam EXS by Daban. I'm using sandpaper to actually get some grit to make the paint stick. And that's for the first part. Now some basic tutorial on how to actually remove knob marks as clean as possible. They usually show this on the manual, but this is the way I would do it if I want a straight build with minimum knob marks on the plastics. Some guys would go and use a god hand cutter, but since I'm on a budget, I'll use whatever I have. It's a tedious process, but it does the job. Next step will be wiping the plastic with alcohol to remove oils and excess dirts. And in this case, I'm using isopropyl alcohol 70% solution. Now once all your preparation is done, it's time to paint. This time we will be using first a Bosny Steel Gray number 10, and I will use an airbrush to apply the paint for controlled effect like this. See how it is actually going to be like shading, and then later on it will be applied to the rest of the white parts. And we will now apply a white coat to actually get some shades working on some of the areas. Now for this technique to work, you actually need to put the shades mostly on the edge or on the lines so that you could get a real feel on the actual dimensions of the actual painted parts. If you do this, you don't need to add panel lines anymore unless you really want to go crazy, because the shading will provide you the actual detail of the panel lines in the model kit itself. This is what it looks like after painting the white parts. The next phase will be painting this red part with silver. I'm planning to use a metallic red for this build on the red parts. The paint I use on this one is a Nico metallic silver. Nico seems to be superior compared to Bosny in terms of the silver part, especially on the metallic one. It almost gives the coat a chrome finish. Now the next phase will be adding a clear red. This one is Honda Red number 1. And if you want to make this a flat coat, instead of glossy, you could add a flat clear afterwards. Now we move on to the yellow parts. This one is for the chest vents. This one is also painted in silver as a base coat, and then I'm using Nico Metallic Sunset for the actual color. Now these are the items painted so far in metallic format, mostly the yellow and the red part. Now again, if you don't want a shiny plastic, you could add a flat clear so that it would complement this one. But I like to mix the texture on my model kit. And we move on with the backpack. Obviously, I use a gunmetal black for the actual piece, and then I mask it and apply some silver so I can achieve color separation like this. To achieve color separation like this, as you can see, I did a lot of masking on the wing part and I applied a bright red like this. Painting your gunpla, you need to invest on masking tapes like I did so that I can achieve color separation using airbrush as a medium of painting. See how the color pops here. Now next part will be painting these blue pieces. Now I'm using a light blue here. This is a mixture mostly of whites and a bit of blue, Tivoli blue for Nico. Both of them are Nico paints so that I can achieve the blue, light blue color that you are seeing on this video. Next phase is masking using Tivoli blue to get a darker tone of blue. Now this color was inspired from the robot Damashi metal spirits from Bandai. Now next step will be adding a panel line accent color using Tamiya. You could also use a Gundam marker if you want. And I'll just show some demonstration if you want to do a panel line using these. Now since these are not weathered parts, that's where this will come into play. So basically, you can use this to achieve further dimensions on parts, especially if you're not doing weathering patterns. And to clean this up, you use a cotton buds with a lighter fluid on it. And a slight demonstration of using these dry transfer decals. Now on my part, I added some extra color for gunmetal black, silver, and copper to actually get this rifle detail. A lot of masking, but it's doable. Now if you're into gunpla painting like I do and you want to learn some basic stuff, don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and I will see you on my next video.